So it really depends where you sit. But clearly, people are feeling less bad about crime now than they did 9 months ago.
And I want to unpack that idea about how people feel because clearly in 2020, 2021, there was an uptick in the rates of crimes, particularly violent crimes. But what we've seen in the ensuing years is that crime rates have begun to return to normal, so to speak, to pre-pandemic levels. And so is it normal with a poll like this to see feelings, attitudes to potentially trail the actual on the ground numbers when it comes to something like crime?
I think that's a fair point to make. Yeah, I mean, there are sometimes there are leading indicators. People feel this way, and then suddenly, a few months later, you actually see it happen. And then there are the trailing indicators, and I think that's partly because crime continues to be a big issue for the media. And, crime stories are on the 11 o'clock news. They're in the newspaper.
11
They're
o'clock
online.
news, newspaper. Boy, you are dating yourself.
Well, and then I went to the online
Yeah,
and to
you got there eventually.
but
And podcasts.
and podcasts, exactly. So people get their news from different places, and that factors into how they feel, regardless of what they see when they look out the window or they drive around or they're on a train or they're getting around New York. They feel differently, perhaps, than the actual statistics indicate. And that's fine because people are allowed to feel what they feel, regardless of what the crime stats are. And I think that was one of the issues a few years ago that Democrats did not understand. Democrats were out there talking about, the statistics show crime is down, murder is down, violent crime is down. If people don't feel it, it doesn't matter.
Same on the economy as well.
Absolutely.